Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love of God, our moments with the mercy and compassion of God, and also our moments with the holy ones of God, and also our moments with our own inner self, our spirit, where God and God's love abides. In the past, I have introduced you to some bishops, interviewed them, and they have enlightened us about some of their activities. Today, I am very happy to be introducing you another bishop, an auxiliary bishop of Bombay Archdiocese, Bishop Allwyn D'Silva. Bishop Allwyn D'Silva is famous for his work for human rights, as I knew him as a priest, and he was also in charge and still coordinating Justice and Peace Commission activities. So I turn over to Bishop and ask him a few questions. Welcome, dear Bishop Allwyn, to this program, to our viewers, our moments with God. Thank you very much for agreeing to talk to this channel. First of all, Bishop, you have been now a bishop for
8 years.
8 years. How do you feel as a bishop in a city like Bombay, and particularly because you were more involved in human rights activities and grassroots level? So how does that work as a bishop?
So there's one advantage of being a bishop, because it is not a privilege, but I see it as an advantage because as a bishop you take a leadership role. And in the leadership role, you can animate people, you can guide people, of course, even as a priest. But people in Bombay, they look up to a bishop and for guidance and for direction in their lives. And so I feel that's the advantage of being a bishop, where you can uh, be of help to the people.
And what about disadvantage? Like earlier, you could be more outspoken and really stand for the rights without being afraid. Or does that was that an obstacle?
Yeah, as you have rightly said, it is a disadvantage because, I mean, I have to be loyal to the church. I have to be loyal to, of course, I am not in charge of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India. So I cannot say anything that I want to say. Of course, I could say, but I have to keep in mind my responsibility. I should not be a bishop that goes against uh, the people who are in charge. Of course, if they give me permission, if they allow me to speak, so that is, in a way, a small disadvantage.
So, has your work in the line of justice and peace and human rights has advanced? Have you had more progress in that line as you were a priest or now as a bishop?
Yeah. Just to maybe to inform you that now I'm more in the line of environment, the care for creation. So after 2015, when Pope Francis published the encyclical Laudato Si, I have taken a keen interest in this whole integral ecology. At present, I'm the chairperson of the CBCI Commission for Ecology, and also the chairperson of the Office of Human Development and Climate Change in the FABC. And so, of course, even ecology has human rights. The cry of the earth is also the cry of the poor, and the cry of the poor is the cry of the earth. And so I have taken more interest now in protecting our common home.
Yeah. So, how does the rest of the church respond to that? Is it a topic that people are aware of? Do you think, or do you have to really go and push people to come to this awareness?
Fortunately, of course, I cannot say the 100% of the church in India and in Asia, but people are gradually realizing the emergency of climate change. And in Asia and in India, people are responding, of course, slowly, but they are responding. No, they don't oppose. Of course, like human rights, sometimes they may oppose that we are fighting for the poor. It's not. But regarding environment or integral ecology, people are responding very well. And so, say the Archdiocese of Bombay has joined the Laudato Si Action platform. And we are one of the few dioceses in the world who, uh, who is part of this Laudato Si Action platform. And even the FABC now, we are planning this year the 10th anniversary of the Laudato Si. So at the FABC level and the CBCI level, we are planning various programs. Uh, as you know, the 1st of September is the day of prayer, which Pope Francis has joined the World Council of Churches. So we are planning various programs. The president of the FABC is going to publish a pastoral letter. The CBCI president is going also to publish an official, so that the church in India as well as in Asia can celebrate the 10th anniversary of Laudato Si in a very meaningful way. I don't say unfortunately, but there are so many years going on. We have the Jubilee year, and then we have the Synod. So people sometimes find it difficult as to what now we should do. Follow the Jubilee year, follow the Synod document, or follow the 10th anniversary of Laudato Si. So people find it difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Bishop, the church in India, or the Christians in India are just 2.3%. So, of course, church has this priority now with Laudato Si, as you said. But when you get out into the world, particularly in India, with these oligarchs and businessmen, they have their own interests. How much do you think working with them, or I won't say against them, but their interest is, of course, to exploit nature,
Yeah, profit and
profit, and so how
the business people also realize that something has to be done regarding the integral ecology. They are aware, but as you said, they want to see profit, and they don't mind sacrificing the environment for the sake of
maximum profit?
for the sake of maximum profit. So, but we find the business people more and more now being open to this thought. They may not follow it completely, but they are more or less open to this thought of they have to do something about creation, otherwise the environment will hit back. So if you do not take care, then the environment will hit you back in some way or the other.
Now, slightly a different question from environment and justice and peace. I wanted to know, Bombay being a metropolis and quite rich and affluent, is the Western culture of affluence, which then has had its effect on the attendance of people in the church, somehow is that coming also into Bombay, or is Bombay still intact and people are still regular with their church? How is that?
I feel majority of the people are coming to church. They are attending the Eucharist on Sundays. Of course, there is a drop, and I feel the reason for this drop was the COVID or the pandemic. We had online masses, and even now the online masses are still going on. And all over the world, you can just put on your TV channel or YouTube. So, because of these online masses, there could be a slight drop in attendance. But in Bombay, I don't see a very big percentage of people not coming to the church. Maybe after the COVID, a little less. But otherwise, our churches are still full and our parishes are still very active in the various associations and ministries. They are still going on well.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know, because I was also last Sunday at Bandra St. Teresa's Church to say the Hindi Mass for the migrant
migrants.
workers. And I was so pleased and surprised to see that the church was overflowing.
Going.
Yeah,
Especially
that-
our migrants, and all, they're very active and they're very participative
yeah.
in the church.
So one more question, Bishop, maybe the last one. What do you think are your challenges for both the JPC as well as for the church in Archdiocese like Bombay?
Yeah, I feel that, but fortunately, once again, I say that Pope Francis has responded to the poor and the marginalized. So that is a big sort of boost for all of us who are working in the field of human rights and environment. So that is a great boost. Now, in the past 20 or 30 years, they would say anyone working for human rights and all, his vocation is a bit shaky and he may not continue. But with Pope Francis, I feel the church has got a tremendous boost, and I feel a big future for the people who are working in Justice and Peace Commission. Of course, in India, and I think in the whole world, the strategies have changed. In the past, I remember 30, 40 years ago, we could go on a morcha and we could confront the government and all. Now we have to use other strategies because these strategies may not be workable and may not produce results. So we'll have to think of other strategies of how we protest and how we fight for the dignity of the human beings.
Yeah. One more last question, maybe. What about these allegations that the right-wing RSS and others make that Christians do this work of justice and peace for the poor, mainly for the sake of conversion, and they are only targeting the poor and the needy? What would your response be to that?
I think we have to be practical. We have to ask them how many people have been converted. Give us statistics.
Okay.
This is just something in people's minds. But if you go and see the actual statistics, I don't think we have sort of risen to a big percentage. We are still 1.8, 2% of Christians in India. So I don't think that we have to confront them and ask them, do you have any statistics and do you have any proof that there is conversion?
Yeah. Actually, some years ago, I had statistics that whereas the Hindus grew by 23%,
Yeah.
the Christians grew only by 17%.
Yeah.
So there is no match or truth to what they are saying. Thank you very much, Bishop, for giving us time and for your lovely smile and for your commitment to the cause of justice and peace, and particularly to environment and this Laudato Si. I saw a beautiful poster there down in your office of Pope Francis. May you have great success in this work, and I will wind up, dear friends, with this interview. And if you would like to subscribe to this channel, you may please do it now. Thank you very much.